Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Deshaun Watson wasn't promised GM search input. Deshaun Watson has been frustrated with the Texans for a number of reasons. Among those reasons, his lack of input in the team's GM search. However, the quarterback was never promised that he be included in that decision, according to a league source who spoke with Ben Volin of the Boston Globe. The Texans did tell Watson that he could be involved in the head coaching search. Reportedly, Watson had a strong preference for Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. Ultimately, they went with David Culley, a veteran assistant who wasn't on the radar for most teams. Eventually, the Texans interviewed Bieniemy, but he wasn't seriously considered for the role. On the GM side, the Texans went with Nick Caserio, their longtime target for the job. At last check, Watson has yet to communicate with Culley or Caserio. Meanwhile, his personal coach, Quincy Avery, is passing along notes via social media. What's the criteria for a quarterback asking to get traded than actually getting traded? Avery tweeted recently, asking for a friend. Avery's friend has been heavily linked to the Panthers, who have recently carved out significant cap space. The Dolphins continue to circle around him too, which means that a blockbuster trade involving Tua Tagovailoa could be on the table. Other potential suitors include the Jets, Broncos, and 49ers, but the Texans continue to say that he's staying put. Okay, listen. Deshaun Watson doesn't care about if the GM was picked. He wanted the coach to get picked. All y'all had was one job, and that was to hire Eric Bieniemy, or at least hire a coach that's black. But no, y'all wanted to go with your buddy, the white boy. No one's ever heard of no damn David Culley. What the hell has David Culley done? He ain't coached nothing. Eric Bieniemy, who has been praised by everybody, including Pat Mahomes, is stuck up for him, continues to be thrown underneath the bus. And this is what I'm telling you. It's funny how the white boy, David Culley, who nobody goddamn know, gets a job. The point is, he hasn't talked to you guys because he's pissed off. But what Deshaun Watson has to understand, my brother, you signed the contract. If I was you, I would have said, look, man, F this contract. I ain't dealing with y'all. For real. Now, let's see. Here's another one. Damian Lillard from the Blazers absolutely ripped the Timberwolves over coaching hire. After firing Ryan Saunders as their head coach, the Minnesota Timberwolves are reportedly hiring Toronto Raptors assistant Chris Finch as his replacement. While seemingly routine news, Damian Lillard and his Portland Trailblazer teammates ripped the Minnesota organization for its decision to look elsewhere rather than promote current assistant coach David Vanterpool. Via Twitter, Lillard expressed his belief that Vanterpool, who served as an assistant coach for the Trailblazers from 2012 to 2019, should have replaced Saunders as the Timberwolves head coach. According to Lillard, Vanterpool aided in his and CJ McCollum's development. In addition, while Vanterpool was with the Blazers, the team was considered a perennial playoff contender in the West. They even made it as far as the Western Conference Finals in 2019, which is Vanderpool's last season with the team. And Dame Lillard said this on Twitter. You can follow him at Dame_Lillard. How the hell do you not hire David Vanderpool and he's right there on the bench and has been in front office successfully and on the front of a bench of a winning team successfully? 7 years, and also has played a major role in the development of a dominant backcourt. Shake my damn head. McCollum and Yusuf Nurkic echoed Damian Lillard's sentiments. McCollum seemed outright confused about the Wolves' decision. The Blazers center, meanwhile, went on to say that some dirty business is going on. Make it make sense respectfully, and this was said by CJ McCollum. You can follow him at CJ McCollum. Basically quoted Damian Lillard's he basically quoted the retweet. Now, while some may perceive that Lillard has some bitter feelings about Chris Finch, the Blazers star cleared the air and emphasized he has nothing against Finch. He just wants the best for his former coach because he feels he deserves it. I don't know him to have nothing against him. Congrats to him, but I'm sorry. Vanderpool is a coach that I know for sure is needed in these locker rooms. I speak the real, not favorites, respectfully. And he basically was quoting a retweet on Wells in the 360. From the looks of it, Lillard is very serious in his campaign for Vanderpool to be the new head coach of the Wolves. He barely been a part of the organization. And he basically was quoting a retweet from Cooper at Coop Carlson. I'm sure Vanderpool is great, but I love the idea of getting someone outside the organization to run the team. Also, Jerson Rosas is finally getting to make a head coaching hire that he wants. Let's see how it goes. It's still a matter of wait and see if the Timberwolves will succeed under Finch. However, given Lillard's endorsement, it won't be surprising to see Vanderpool becoming a head coach in the league sometime in the near future. Dame Lillard, for one, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth that how do you skip over him? It's the same thing with Steve Nash. Steve Nash was hired over Jock Vaughn when Jock Vaughn should have had the head coaching job. But no, he wasn't white enough. And all you content creators who be trying to say, well, NFL is this and that. The NFL is all this. Well, what about the NBA? Huh? What's so different about the NFL and NBA? You see, the NFL, like the NBA, want you niggas to play. They don't want you niggas to lead. They don't want you niggas to have your own coaching jobs or your own president job or your own executive job. They don't want that. They don't want niggas to be an owner. They only made Mike an owner because they owed Mike for what he did for the league. So, like I said, Dame Lillard, man, stay over there. Focus on your season because you got to back up what you've been doing during the regular season. Now, I feel what you're saying. You're right. You need to speak up for your coach. But at the end of the day, why are you surprised? It's the same thing they do in the NFL. They don't care. They want to hire their buddy or their buddy's son. That's how it's always been. If you go to UPS or any company out there, they do the same thing. There's favoritism. They hire their family member. And they hire the family member's friend. You gotta wake up, man. But I agree with Dame Lillard. Vanderpool should have been a head coach. 7 years? Come on. Stop it. But we know why he's not the coach. Because it's Minnesota and they want the white guy. You guys had a chance to pick up a bunch of other coaches, but you wanted to make Ryan Saunders, Flip Saunders' son, the head coach. Look, he not ready. He ain't coached long enough. He ain't put in no work like that. Not like Vanderpool or like what's his face? Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. Who was it? Well, I had a brain fart, but Vanderpool should have got hired, and Eric Bieniemy for Deshaun Watson should have got hired. Like if you would have got the GM, nobody cares. You didn't get the coach. You brought in this white guy who probably gonna flame out in a year, maybe less. He's probably another Kitchen, Freddie Kitchen, just good as a coordinator. But Vanderpool should have been. It's the same thing with the Nash situation. Jock Vaughn should have been hired. This always happened. Black coaches or black men are not seem to be able to be put in a better light or in a higher position. Unless we're analyzing the game or assistant coach or playing the game, we ain't worth shit. And that's just how it goes. Thank you for listening, man. I'm out. Deezy.